Welcome to Bay Focus. Always so happy that you've tuned in, and 'tis the season, and we're all decorated here at Bay Focus, and I hope that you are at your house too. But of course, we know that this season is about the birth of Christ, along with a season of giving, of so many different things that it brings, of memories and tradition, and we're just excited to be part of it here at CTN. And we're going to, over the next few weeks, share some programming too that's oriented to the holidays. And today we have with us in just a little bit Positive Impact Ministries. That is an incredible organization and ministry that is meeting the needs of people and feeding so many people in St. Petersburg. Stay tuned. You're going to want to know what they're doing and how you can help. But before we do that, we have Alyse Nicole with us, our reporter.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you, Alyse. Always so glad to have you on the show, and you contribute so much to Bay Focus. You're out in the community all the time. And before we get to this week's Where You've Been, I want to ask you, you know, as they say, a loaded question.
Yes.
But you've been busy this year, been out in the community. What has been a highlight or highlights for you? You know, we just want to find out, you know, how it's impacted you personally being out.
Personally, I think Clearwater Marine Aquarium has been the highlight.
Wow.
I love playing with the dolphins. I got to, you know, have them play little fetch games, and I got to hold Winter's prosthetic tail from the dolphin tail, the world famous movie with Morgan Freeman. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was such a touching moment.
Yeah, you know, the title of your pieces are always Treasures by the Bay. And that was literally a name you came up with. And it was the treasures we have here in the Tampa Bay area, of which the Marine Aquarium is one of them. But I also want to really honor you for the fact that you've not only been doing the fun stuff out there, but you've been out really showing our viewers how organizations and people and individuals are meeting the needs of the community.
Yes.
And today's story is that. Tell us a little bit about today's.
Well, Hope Villages of America, they provide to many shelters and other food pantries. In fact, they actually help provide to Salvation Army and a myriad of others in the community. And we bumped into Florida State Senator Doug DeSigli, and he shared all about it. And they even started a domestic abuse shelter.
Well, that's amazing. All right, we are going to take a look at that. Here is Alyse Nicole's piece on Hope Villages.
Well, what a blessing Thanksgiving was. But now it's time to break out the Christmas tree and get the kids to help dust off those ornaments in preparation for the most wonderful time of the year. Here we are at Hope Villages of America with Alyse Nicole filming for Bay Focus. And at Hope Villages, if you have need, you can get turkey, stuffing, canned fixins, and a whole lot of love. And even donate. Now let's take a tour and talk to Melvin Thomas, Senior Vice President of Operations.
Well, we move about 6 million pounds of food that we get out to the community in the form of direct support to members that come here to our food bank, and also supporting other food pantries throughout Pinellas County. So we're a food distribution center and a food bank directly to the public as well. So we do that with the help of an amazing group of volunteers. We use between 1,500 and 2,000 volunteers annually with all our program service, the majority of those volunteers being here. So the different hands that you see here are going to be groups coming in. We have one of the schools here today with their students. They'll be here for another few minutes making some of our distribution bags. And we have our regular volunteers that come in different days of the week and do our food distribution. We have about 6 staff, including myself, that run here, so it's very heavily dependent on volunteers. The most amazing thing I see is the interaction between our guests and our volunteers. Volunteers light up and guests light up, just seeing each other and keeping up with what's going on, and makes such a difference with the love and the distinction that they're served with, and just making a difference in their lives. Obviously, with the shutdown and everything like that, we've had a great increase in need. Generally, we do about 100, 120 families per day, 5 days a week. We've been doing since the shutdown in the beginning of the month, when the SNAP benefits not going out, we've been doing about 200 plus families a day. Last Thursday, we did over 300.
Wow, that's amazing. And even more amazing is bumping into President and CEO, Florida Senator Nick DeSigli.
Religious Community Services of Pinellas County was born in 1967. 2 years away from celebrating a big 60th anniversary. We are, in reality, doing the Lord's work in making sure that, on average, about 120 boxes of food a day to over 200. And so, we're in need of volunteers. We're in need of financial resources so that we can, match the incredible increase in the need that's been happening here.
What's going on for the holidays?
We have the turkeys. We have, at our shelter, we have toys for the children there. And we really kind of, increase, making sure that our guests feel, loved, appreciated, obviously. And it's very difficult for folks to come through the food bank. There's a lot of pride that goes along in doing that. And same thing with the guests at the domestic abuse shelter. It's very difficult, those women and children and getting out of a very dangerous situation. But we want them to feel at home. We want them to feel like, they're communicating and interacting with family. It's a great thing to watch.
If you need help for the holidays or would love to donate, go to hopevillagesofamerica.org.
Thank you so much, Alyse, for that special report on Hope Villages of America. I hope that you will get out and support them year-round. These are the kind of organizations that we try to get the word out about here at CTN. But also, coming back with us here on Bay Focus, they are somebody we have on, an organization, a ministry we have on usually a couple times a year, because they're always doing something to meet the needs of our local communities, St. Petersburg in particular, and that's Positive Impact St. Pete. And we have back with us the mother-daughter team. I always like to say this, they're the dynamic duo. Right to my left is Karen Ray Selm, who is the Executive Director of Positive Impact St. Pete. And the co-founder is her mother next to her, Carolyn Brubaker, who co-founded this ministry along with her husband, Jay. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You guys,
Thank
so great to have you. A busy, busy, busy time of the year. You guys are year-round, but especially here at the holidays, is one of the reasons we wanted to bring you on. But Carolyn, I think there's probably a few of our viewers that don't know what Positive Impact is. Give us the backstory.
A backstory is that actually my father-in-law and mother-in-law, Ray and Darlene Brubaker, were also a TV ministry here. And God placed in our heart to help the children in our area. We recognize that 1 in 5 children go to bed hungry. But with that, Darlene, we also realized that there was families, not just the children, but elderly people that was being forgotten. And sometimes we focus on a certain sector of people and we leave out the others. And we know for a fact that if people do not eat nutritional food, they're more likely to have heart disease, they have high blood pressure, various different kinds of medical problems. And so we started looking into the senior population to be able to help them as well. In our organization, in the last, we're almost 25 years old now.
Wow.
God has blessed us tremendously. We jumped out just in faith, saying, God, if this is you, we're going to go full force. If it's not you, we are going to lose big time. But that God's word says faith without works is dead. And it definitely takes work to be able to make an organization work. And so Jay and I, he's a police officer here in St. Petersburg, that we would go into at-risk and underserved areas and be able to help that population. And so to see grandmas walk in and pick up food for their children and grandchildren just touches our heart, because we know we're getting not only the children but the grandparents as well.
Yeah, and you, to give the overview of it too, is you guys also, are a church.
Yes, we are.
And you have Bible studies, church events, various things that you do. So you're ministering physical needs, but spiritual needs as well. And we're going to show in just a few moments some things visually, a little bit what you do. But Karen, and that's the short version, by the way, Carolyn, I know. And I want to add, too, because we have some longtime viewers of CTN watching, that when she mentioned her in-laws was Ray and Darlene Brubaker, that show was called God's News Behind the News.
Yes.
And that was a staple of CTN's programming for many, many years. And so we're always honored. But they've gone on to be with the Lord, right? But we've always honored Carolyn for you to honor that as well from your in-laws and their history of ministry. But it's been gone on to the other generations with Karen, you stepping in as executive director. Tell us the mission. We got a little bit of the philosophy behind it, but there's specific things you do. Tell us
Absolutely. Our mission is to ensure that children and seniors and that our neighbors have access to healthy, whole foods. We address hunger, but we also address whole food nutrition because, as Mom said, if we're not eating whole foods, the adverse effects are great. So that's part of what we're doing. Another part is we're addressing hunger relief with dignity. And so we have been providing groceries for our neighbors through a drive-through event, which has been a blessing to us to be able to meet a need. However, we're transitioning from the drive-through model to opening a community market where our neighbors can have a dignified shopping experience. As Mom mentioned, a grandmother can come in with a young grandchild and they can walk through the market and select not only the foods that they want, but the foods that they need based upon their dietary restrictions.
Yeah. Okay. So with this in mind, you talked about weekly grocery distribution.
Yes.
Tell us where this happens. And that's the drive-through, right?
Yes. It happens at Tangerine Plaza in South St. Petersburg, the corner of 22nd Street South and 18th Avenue South. Every single Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we have our drive-through grocery distribution event. We have between 350 to 400 cars drive through to get groceries.
Honey, that represents a lot more than just that number of cars, too.
Absolutely.
Whole families.
Because a lot of the cars represent two families.
Yeah.
They're picking up for two families. So it's a drive-through event. We do not permit people to park and walk up. However, we are in a neighborhood and we have around 80 to 100 walk-ups who don't have transportation who come for groceries. Yeah. So we believe that around 3,000 individuals every single week are not going to bed hungry as a result of this outreach.
I just love this. All right, tell us, and then we're going to show some. I want people to see this.
Yes.
We're going to show some things, but before we do that, you just came off of a very busy Thanksgiving. What did you do at Thanksgiving?
We provided around 1,000 Thanksgiving turkeys as well as bags of blessings that consist of all of the sides that go along with the Thanksgiving meal. So speaking about the number of individuals who are impacted, if we take 1,000 families of 5, that's 5,000 individuals who were able to sit down at a dinner table and have a Thanksgiving meal together.
I love
that. And I really want to express, though, that we cannot do this alone. We did not do that alone. It took a lot of people doing a little bit to pull that off.
Yeah, and that's something we're going to talk about in terms of how just if everybody did something, just a little bit of something, how many people can be reached. Let's take a look though now, and so you can describe for us what we're seeing in some of your outreaches.
Okay, so this is Tangerine Plaza, where we have neighbors who walk up to collect groceries, and as you can see, they bring grocery carts and wagons to be able to get their groceries back to their homes. The majority who come through the line, though, are in cars. And we refer to this event a lot of times as our pop, drop, and drive event because our neighbors pop their trunks, we drop groceries in, and they drive away. We have a lot of volunteers who work every Saturday. They sacrifice their time to come out and serve our neighbors. Takes around 50 volunteers on Saturdays to ensure that the neighbors that you're looking at right now have food on their dinner tables every single night of the week. Again, this happens every single Saturday. And we encourage people to come out and really witness this firsthand. It's such a blessing to be able to serve our neighbors.
And you can pull up that volunteer site by going to positiveimpact.org. And with that, then you can volunteer to be a part. It's so rewarding.
We just saw those turkeys. Oh my goodness.
Yes. We have churches, civic organizations, neighborhoods, individual sports teams who made all of those turkeys possible. They did turkey drives, canned food drives. Also, I had talked to you before the program began about how one church provided nearly $7,000 of gift cards. And the amount of the gift cards were $15 to $20 each. So we may not be able to give $7,000 ourselves, but I believe that many of us with a sacrifice could give a $15 to $20 gift card. And a lot of us doing a little bit makes a huge impact.
I love that term. A lot of us doing a little bit really makes an impact. While we're on the holidays, what's happening at Christmas?
So at Christmas, we will provide a Christmas ham as well as bags of blessings with all of the sides for a Christmas family dinner. So between now and I believe it's Wednesday, December 17th, we are collecting gift cards or canned food consisting of the traditional holiday sides like green beans or mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberries, sweet potatoes, things like that. So our viewers can go to positiveimpact.org to find out how they can either donate financially and we purchase the gift cards or the hams.
Well, it's nice to have that option either way.
Yes. Or drop off some gift cards, mail in some gift cards, or the canned food. So again, positiveimpact.org will give them that information.
I love this. Such a busy time of the year, but you guys, this is not unusual for you to do this year round to where it's an effort by so many people. I want to address this, and then I want to get into your future plans, and you could kind of tie this into together if you want to do this. What are you seeing as the need? There are so many different areas between families, kids and seniors. You mentioned a few. There's a number of them. What are the needs? And then you've got a long-term plan.
We do have a long-term plan. Hunger is a year-round issue. People are quietly struggling every single week, and we are out there weekly helping our neighbors. But again, it takes all of us working together to make a positive impact in our city. So we have seniors who are on a budget who we don't want them to have to decide between paying a medical bill or an electric bill or having food on their dinner table. So our organization steps in and helps them with food to ensure that they have groceries.
With absolutely no questions asked.
That's a great
So they
point.
don't have to feel like they're under scrutiny, like should I ask or should not? No, welcome. All come and be a part of what God is offering each individual.
Absolutely.
And what we found also, Darlene, is we have a lot of working class citizens that because of rent prices going sky high, their insurance going up, electric bills going up. We all know that.
And the cost of groceries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you take that, then what happens is we have families pulling back because they have to pay the rent. They have to have insurance on their cars to go to work.
Yeah.
And then what happens is they start putting their families on Cheerios or SpaghettiOs, something not nutritional. And we go, absolutely doesn't have to. And let me share something with you. I do not have a problem finding food. That's a fallacy. If people say there's not enough food out there to go around, oh, yes, there is. I need a place to put it. And I'll let Karen explain that.
We need to, because we're going to be running out of time right now. We have so much ground to cover with this. I need to streamline this because I've got to make sure our viewers know this. To start, when I'm talking about the needs, they just like they've shared, there's families, there's children, there's seniors, there are food deserts where there's not food available, transportation. But you guys need to let our viewers know that you're looking for a long-term facility where you can address all of that. How can our viewers help with that?
Absolutely. It's important that our facility be in a neighborhood, speaking of transportation, because many neighbors don't have transportation. So we need to consider walkability and bicycleability. So right now we're at Tangerine Plaza. We're still praying that if that's where God would have for us to be long term, that's going to be made possible for us. We're right in the middle of a food desert. We're meeting a great need. Yeah. We likely will know more about whether that location is going to continue to be available to us or not in January. If it is, then that's where we will remain. If not, if any of the viewers know of another location within a food desert, within a neighborhood, please let us know. It would be such a blessing to be able to work together, to link arms, to meet a great need in our city.
I love it that you guys are going right, like you say, the food deserts, right where there is a need.
Yes.
This has actually been in the news lately. How there are key areas, particularly in St. Petersburg, that just do not have grocery stores, do not have things where it's needed. What is the best one? I know you guys minister to people too. I'm sure you pray with people that need prayer. Of course, you're a church, all of this as well. How's the best way for our viewers to connect with you?
The best way is through our website, positiveimpact.org. The viewers can learn more about what we're doing. Also connect with us on social media, which they can do so through the website. Yeah. So to volunteer, go to positiveimpact.org. To donate, positiveimpact.org. We have time left, one short, quick, give us a face, paint a story of somebody who's been ministered to.
I always like to be out of the line, and I call myself Mom, the grandmother. And I went up to a car, and this guy had a couple of little kids in the car with him. And I said, I'm so glad you're here today. And he goes, ma'am, I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for you. Wow. I couldn't feed my children. And this guy didn't look like a guy that would have cried at all. But we are not only touching people's tummy, we're touching people's heart. And we do pray with the people. We're there to meet their need. And our whole goal is to get people in a better position mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, and financially for the future. And not just meet the present need, but go into the future and help them to rise above.
Oh my goodness. And you guys have been doing this for all these years, that faithfully doing this. Well, we're going to close on that note. How can you top that? That is like really telling the story. And there's so many more stories like that you could tell. And we're going to keep you with us just for a few more minutes here, but stay tuned. On the screen, you are going to see how you can contact Positive Impact Ministries. Again, we've been showing you different things throughout the interview. You want to connect with them, and then we'll be right back with more of Bay Focus. Stay tuned.
We want to hear from you. Is there an event happening in the Tampa Bay area or an organization helping the local community? If you have answers, let us know. Email us at darleneg@ctnonline.com. Find us online at ctnonline.com/bayfocus or follow us on Facebook at Bayfocus TV.
I'm so glad that we've had Positive Impact Ministries on today and Positive Impact St. Pete. They are an incredible ministry. I want you to know that CTN has partnered with them, and they did for the Thanksgiving outreach as well. So we always want to say what is good ground that we bring on this show for you to sow into. And this is one of those ministries. And I also want to thank Alyse today for covering Hope Villages of America and everything they do to reach out and meet people in need here in the community. And I want you to connect as well with me here on Bay Focus. I want to hear from you. We show you on the screen how you can do that. We like to hear about what organizations. We do both. We do ministries and we do community organizations, because a lot of Christians roll up their sleeves and work in some of our local nonprofits as well to meet needs. So we want to hear from those as well, and churches and different missions organizations. So if we don't hear about it, we can't feature on the show. So please connect with me. I also want to encourage you to continue to watch over the next few weeks here, and of course throughout the year, but we are doing some holiday themed programming, including a Christmas program coming up that we're going to have a couple different showings of, and we're so excited about that. And one of the things we're featuring this year on our holiday Bay Focus show is the Christmas lights at Largo Park. You know, we like to go around. Alyse goes around and shows some treasures by the bay. Her piece is called. That is one of them. If you have ever gone each year and just taken your family to the incredible Christmas lights and everything they do at Largo Park, we want you to do that. We're giving them a plug because they welcomed us with open arms this year to come and show some of the things that they're doing, particularly if you have some of the little kiddos that like the train ride. That's a really great thing. So I just want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. I pray that you will have a very, very blessed week ahead and holiday season, and we will see you next week on Bay Focus. God bless.
For over 20 years, Bay Focus has taken you behind the scenes of Central Florida ministries, community organizations, and local events. Join host Darlene Greenlee as she talks to local leaders about how Christians can express faith in action in their communities. Tune in on Wednesdays and Thursdays on CTN Greater Tampa Bay or watch on demand at ctnonline.com/bayfocus.